Controversial ENT in the building, guys. Welcome back to another one. Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence, part 2. Let's do it, guys. Too much to say. We can't do it all in one video, so we're going to break it down in parts. This is part 2, guys. Check this out. Listen up. Listen up. Errol Spence can get cut in this fight. Yup. He can get cut up in this fight. Round 1 to round 5, Errol Spence can get cut up in this fight. Errol Spence can get a nosebleed in this fight. Yup. Don't be surprised if you see Errol Spence bleeding in this fight. Errol Spence can get a bust lip in this fight. Rubber lips. He can get it in this fight. Why? Because he's going to get touched. He's going to get touched. Pacquiao has too much speed, and Pacquiao is too much of a veteran. He knows exactly how to place his punches. Errol Spence will get touched. Guys, I'm going to say this as well. Errol Spence can get dropped in this fight. Down goes Errol Spence! Yep, you can hear that in this fight. I'm not saying he'll be knocked out cold. I don't believe that. But he can get dropped in this fight. He can hit the canvas in this fight. Here's the thing, though, guys. It can happen more than once, potentially. Yup. Spence can get dropped twice in this fight. Yup. So a lot can happen to Errol Spence. Round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. They're the most dangerous rounds for Spence because Pacquiao is going to do a lot of damage on those rounds. Round 5, round 6, Pacquiao's angle should still win him the fight. Spence has to be careful. But after round 6, that's where the fight will start to change. After round 6, all of those advantages that Manny Pacquiao had is going to start going wah, 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 wah. And Pacquiao is going to hit danger, danger, danger. Yup. Because Pacquiao's age, he will not be able to cope with that intensity, with that gear throughout the whole fight. It is impossible. I know Pacquiao is blessed with great genetics. Pacquiao has got engine that a fighter could only dream about. Pacquiao in his prime, his genetics was fantastic. Pacquiao today is a senior citizen in boxing. He cannot keep the same gear from round 1 to round 12. No way. So Spence knows that when we hit round 6, round 7, round 8, round 9, Pacquiao is going to be the most vulnerable in those rounds. And I guarantee you, Errol Spence is going to come at Manny Pacquiao from round 6 to round 9 with everything he has. Okay? Everything he has. And Pacquiao will take a lot of punishment at that part of the fight. Round 6, 7, 8, 9. This is Errol Spence's time to punish Pacquiao. Round 1, 2, 3, 4. Pacquiao's time. Round 5. Pacquiao should still be able to use his angles. Round 6. It depends, but that's where the tides will start to change. 7, 8, 9. Errol Spence. So I told you that Spence can have a cut in this fight. He can bleed in this fight. He can get his eyes swelled up in this fight. He can get dropped in this fight. I believe that. But this is the thing about Manny Pacquiao, guys. That round 6, 7, 8, 9. Pacquiao can really get hurt. But Pacquiao will not be dropped by Errol Spence. That's one thing I can be sure about. He will not be dropped by Spence. I do not believe for a second that Errol Spence will drop Manny Pacquiao, but he will hurt him. He will hurt him. Guys, I will tell you this as well. For all you Manny Pacquiao fans, at the end of round 12, whoever wins the fight, whether it's Spence or whether it's Pacquiao, one thing I know is that after that fight, Pacquiao's never going to have another professional boxing fight again. This is it. This is Manny Pacquiao's last fight. He's not going to get in there with Errol Spence and come out of that fight and still have enough on the tank to have another fight after that. Nope. This is Manny Pacquiao's last fight. He might win, he might lose, but it is his last fight. Because the punishment he's going to take, because he's going to take some punishment, it will be enough to keep him away from the ring. Now, I encourage Pacquiao to do what Floyd is doing. After this fight, Pacquiao should only do exhibition fights. I would love to see Pacquiao do exhibition fights. I think he deserves it. Big money for exhibitions because he's a senior citizen. Pacquiao taking this fight, he really shouldn't have. People Pacquiao's age don't come into boxing and fight a young lion like Errol Spence. But you know why Pacquiao can? Number one, because he's great and he's exceptional. But number two, Errol Spence, after the car crash, is not the same Errol Spence. Nope. And that's what we're going to focus on in the next video. We're going to look at why Errol Spence isn't the same fighter. And then we'll look at other stuff. All right? I don't believe that Errol Spence is the same fighter post-car crash. I don't. But he's still very dangerous. All right? So, guys, let me know who do you think wins. I've told you, I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think it's Pacquiao's fight from the early stages of the fight to the middle rounds. I think Pacquiao will win almost all of those rounds. Spence might steal one round from round 1 to round 6. He might steal one. He'll be lucky if he steals 2 rounds. But Pacquiao will win the majority. He could even drop Spence. But from the middle rounds, all Errol Spence. And then Pacquiao's last opportunity will be to close strong. Pacquiao will have to close strong. He will have to hurt Spence one more time in the later rounds, in the championship rounds. If Pacquiao does that, he wins by points. If Pacquiao doesn't do that, Spence either could win by points or it could even be a draw. But 50-50 fight. It really is a 50-50 fight, guys. It's a scary fight, actually, when you think about it. But Pacquiao will have success. Traversal ENT signing out.